Welcome back to another episode of Sheepdog Gun Armory channel. Here today in Vegas with Brandon from
Tried Defense.
How's it going,
Vegas.
everybody?
Yeah.
Tried Defense.Vegas.
You're right. Tried Defense.Vegas.
So today we got a special one for you guys. You guys know we tested out the regular Bodyguard that was Brandon's gun in the previous episode. Today we're going to test out the updated version. It's the Bodyguard 2.0 ported. Yes. So as you guys know, small guns can be a little flippy. They can kind of pop on you a little bit. This is designed to try to help mitigate that. I didn't find an issue with the other one, neither did Brandon. A couple of our fellow presenters they were saying it was hurting their hand just a little bit. Yeah. So we're gonna see if this helps in any way, shape, or form. You want to talk a little bit about that, guy?
Yeah, of course. The Bodyguard 380 is a small gun. This is designed for concealed carry. The downside with smaller guns is kind of like you said, they're snappy. They're not really designed for being comfortable to shoot. It's easy to hide. So the bigger the gun, the easier it is to shoot, but the harder it is to hide. The smaller the gun, the easier it is to hide, kind of the worse it is to shoot. So you kind of sacrifice one thing for another, but with the new Bodyguard ported, the idea of this is to release gas pressure and stop the kick or the recoil, if you will, to help minimize it. So
I really like the scaling they put on that.
Yeah, they did. They did some
makes for a really good handhold.
He's talking about this right here, where you can grab it. Great texture, so you can front rack it, rear rack it. Upgraded sights that are tritium ported, very, very aggressive texture so that it doesn't slip out of your hand when you're firing, which is definitely what you want if you have a small gun. You don't want that thing to be slippery or popping out of your hands. But looks pretty good, looking forward to shooting it. Now,
these guns, they do come in a thumb safety or non-thumb safety. Honestly, the thumb safeties are kind of stiff. You got to break them in a little bit. You can see I'm using both hands to manipulate that. I can do it with one hand to unseat it, but it does take just about I don't know, maybe not. It does take two hands to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty stiff.
This type of gun, though, honestly, if you're going to have it ready to go, that's the best way to do it. But again, use it at your own discretion and your own skill level. We don't recommend anybody to carry any way they feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
So being on the CCW side, what are your thoughts for that?
Yeah, so I love the gun, especially living here in Las Vegas. I know anybody could be seeing this video. You might be living in Montana for all I know, but we don't wear jackets 10 months out of the year here. So sometimes we want shorts and a t-shirt, and it's hard to hide a big gun like a Glock 17 or a 19, but this thing is small enough to where you could wear pretty much the smallest clothes you got, and you can still have that ability to protect yourself. I will say this though, smaller guns do require a little bit more experience and more training. Just because they are smaller, they're snappier, they're a little less controllable, so you're gonna have to do a little bit more training to carry a smaller gun. But other than that, I do think it's fantastic if you keep training.
And now another note to mention is most guns, the original Bodyguard came in a 6-round configuration. You got one magazine. Sometimes if you're lucky, you got two 6-round configuration. The Bodyguard 2.0 has got a 10-round double stack magazine. Let me get out of the sun there. Double stack magazine, so it gives you that full 10-round capacity. The plus side of that is you also get a 12-round magazine, double stack. Gives you a little extra grip on the grip side, for your pinky. Although, be honest with you, I mean, just with this one alone, I think is pretty comfortable. And I think it's good even with the 10-round, but the 12-round definitely sets it over the top as far as comfort goes.
And we're going to run some ball ammo through it, so target ammunition. We're also going to run some hollow points through it, see how it works, how they fire, and maybe any difference in recoil. And then we'll kind of compare it to my old Bodyguard and this, and we'll see what we think about it.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get down to some shooting and see what we can do with this thing.
Let's do it.
All right, first thing we're going to do is we're going to do paper target. We're going to just see what kind of groupings we can get with it, and then after that we'll hit some steel and ring some tailor targets over there.
Sounds good.
All right, see you guys in a second.
All right, welcome back. So we're going to be shooting the new Bodyguard 2.0 ported edition. We're going to be shooting at a distance of 7 yards. This is 21 feet away. At least in this state, this is the maximum distance for your CCW qualification. So we'll just go ahead and go with that and see how she fires and give you our thoughts on it. It's a weird reset. Could just because the gun is new. I don't like that. Okay.
All clear.
So without shooting a whole mag through it, we're gonna check out the groupings. One thing I did notice is that the trigger reset on this is not very positive. It's not very noticeable. Even on that first shot, it could be just because the gun's new, first shot, you know, could be issues. It didn't want to reset. So I don't know if that was just maybe because it's new and need to break it in a little bit, but you got to be conscious on this gun to really move your finger out far to reset it to feel that click, because it's not very positive. But let's
go check out his group, see how he did.
Yeah. So my first shot, I'm right-handed, I pulled low left. That's because it's a very tiny gun. Right-handed shooters sometimes are gonna shoot low left. Left-handed shooters a lot might shoot low right, just because we overcompensate with a few things in our hands. Small gun, I definitely was overcompensating for it. I felt it, I corrected it, and then we got all of our shots right here, okay?
Nice
Again,
grouping,
small
Brandon.
guns are way more affected by recoil and accuracy, so you gotta be really conscious about your shooting techniques when you shoot smaller guns to make sure you hit that target. But still pretty
Nice
good.
group, man.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and load up a 10-round magazine and just kind of get some shots on the paper again, see what my groupings are like. It's not gonna be nothing like Brandon's. I mean, this guy shoots his little 380 all the time. I'm not a constant 380 shooter myself, but I'll give it my best shot. All right, let's go see what we got. So I was aiming at this target here. You can see my groups are a little bit higher. I kind of listened to what Brandon said about the pull in low right, so I kind of tried to compensate a little bit. You can notice on both of ours, we're both shooting a little bit to the left. That could be the gun, maybe the sights. But this is well within, you know, you're going to be okay in a self-defense situation, I would think. The gun felt comfortable to shoot. It was actually, felt like the porting was working just fine. So yeah, I think it's a great gun.
So we have our Taylor targets out here right now. Awesome, amazing targets. Don't forget to stop by Sheepdog Gun Armory if you guys are looking for some targets to take out to the desert. We're gonna go ahead and run the 12-round magazine. I'm gonna do a 12+1, so this is 13 rounds total. This is the maximum amount that you can actually put in this gun. I wanna see how it cycles first with a really, really full mag and a chambered round, and then just get it more worn in and see how it shoots as we've gotten a few more rounds out of it. But let's go ahead and make this stuff sing, shall we? Oh, definitely to the left. Okay, so shoots really well. At least me, I definitely noticed the difference with the ports. Now it's probably hard to see, but there's a port on the barrel. So it's actually a hole cut in the barrel and the slide. So what that's doing is it's shooting gas pressure upwards, which shoots your barrel downwards, which stops recoil. And that's really ideal for a small gun right here. So I notice a big difference between the normal one and this one. Definitely a lot less snappy, but of course you are gonna get a slightly bigger gun. So it's a little harder to hide, but overall, very happy with it. You're gonna have to be very aware of the fact that this gun does not weigh very much. So what you're doing in your hands is important. I over squeeze a little bit, so I tend to pull left, but just because the gun doesn't weigh very much. So, you know, if you shoot too left, just aim more right.
It's your boy Carlo here. Got a part 2 for the Smith&Wesson Bodyguard 2.0. Y'all remember the last time I shot this, I pretty much lost a finger. You know, I had to pick it up off the ground and get it put back. Now I'm just playing. But we're gonna see how this run again, man, with the 380. Oh, what was that? Oh, probably, okay. Actually, I like this one better than the first one. Still, a little snappy, but it's not as much. Like we had made a joke up about the first one. We call it the Bodyguard because fingers, trigger finger was hurting. All in between the thumb and index finger was hurting. This is more smoother shooting to me. In the last video y'all seen, I ain't make not one shot. I ain't hit the target at all. Today, I did with this one. I like it.
All right, so the benefits of having a 380, number one is concealable. Number two, they do have great hollow points out there now for it. So we're gonna shoot some Winchester Silvertips. You know, as you can tell, it's an actual hollow point, much like a 9mm or anything that's gonna be defensive. So Brandon's gonna run a mag through that, make sure she can eat those up, and we'll see how she does.
Let's do it.
Dude, that was some awesome shot placement.
Yeah, they do.
That
really
was good. That was really good.
Honestly, like, I don't know if there's a difference between the grain size and what we were shooting, but those hollow points felt a lot smoother than the other ball rounds we were shooting.
Did they?
But they ran just fine. I mean, this is 85 grain hollow points.
I think those are 90.
Typically, they're always about 80 grain for 380s, so about 5 grains more, but I mean, it shot very smooth.
And no hiccups or nothing, just went right through.
Yeah, no hiccups, no problems.
So, all right, hollow point approved. All right, I'm gonna use the Bodyguard 2.0 on the Taylor Targets paddle system. It seems like these guys are a little afraid to shoot it, so I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it. If I miss, I miss, but I'm gonna have fun doing it. Yeah, I like the way this thing shoots. It's actually, the grip is really nice. Very comfortable to shoot with that porting. So we'll go back to the table, get our final thoughts, and wrap this one up. All right, so here we are with our final thoughts. Personally, I mean, I like the first one. I think I like this one a little bit better with the porting. The grip, you know, it's got that granular feel to it, so it's going to be grippy, which is what you want for a small gun, so you can hang on to it. What are your thoughts on that, Brandon?
It definitely shoots better than the 2.0 original. It's a lot smoother on the recoil. I mean, just the port in the barrel alone really stops that snappiness. The downside is the gun gets a little bit bigger. So if you are trying to have like a really, really small gun, you're gonna kind of start to defeat that purpose by starting to get a little bit bigger, but you're gonna get some more comfort of shooting for sure. I would honestly just say that you don't baby this gun. I mean, this is a gun that you really have to handle firmly. You really got to grip it tightly. You need to rack it very positively, no half doing anything. You got to be very conscious about what you're doing when you're shooting, even loading the magazine. Now, I've been shooting for 20 plus years. I can load almost every magazine down to the last round. This one I still had to use an Uplula just to get that last round in. So it's definitely tighter on the smaller guns, a little bit more experience, but overall a fantastic shooting gun, a great concealed carry gun. If you want to add it to your collection for CCW, definitely would recommend. Just make sure you train with it, because you know, just because you own a gun doesn't mean you know how to use it. So
I think overall, I mean, this is a good carry gun.
I really do think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you made the comment that I was kind of a jerk for not letting you know this was coming out before you bought that one.
Well, the joke, I bought the Bodyguard original 2.0 from him, and of course, you know, you wait several months and then a nicer, cooler edition comes out, but you know, it's always like that.
To what he said though, you know, he's actually using it for deep concealment. It fits his purposes. This one you can conceal as well. I think you can almost conceal it as deep. It's just a little bit bigger on, you know, because of the barrel size. But other than that, fantastic gun.
It really is. I have no complaints. I'm not one to personally recommend a 380 in most cases unless you're an advanced shooter, because 380s are snappy. They're hard to control, so you need more experience.
Yeah.
I would say that this is probably one of the best, at least within the top 3 best 380s on the market right now, hands down. And
AEGIS Kinetics, can't thank them enough for the 380 rounds. You can get those at Sheepdog Gun Armory. And got to thank USCCA.
Absolutely. Don't forget to get your insurance. If you're going to be carrying a gun, you should definitely get insurance. And thank you, Taylor Targets, for your targets you supported for us for the range days. We always appreciate that. And
so with all that being said, you guys have a wonderful day at the range. And
don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the range.
Please like and subscribe. I know a lot of people watch it. Very few people subscribe. I don't know if it's just, you know, where the button's at or whatever. Just hit the like button.
Just smash it.
Yeah, smash it. All right, see you guys later. Get your mic.